Hi students, good morning. Footprints, footprints without feet, a trump of surgery. Or she calls them for help on noticing Tricky's deteriorating health. He wrote decided to hospitalize Tricky for a fortnight to treat him. Tricky's hospitalization left Mr. Pumphrey and helpers at home in tears. Tricky was kept on a strict diet in the hospital. His diet was increased according to the improvements he showed. Mrs. Pumphrey's anxiousness about Tricky's health when these items were instead enjoyed by James Heroot and his partner. Tricky was transformed from a weak, fat dog to a hard-muscled and ugly one. James Heroot calls Mrs. Pumphrey to come and take Tricky's home. The Thief Story. A small-time 15-year-old thief who calls himself Hari Singh befriends a struggling writer. His purpose is to steal Anil's money. Anil is a good fellow who wants to teach Hari Singh how to read and write. Gradually, Anil develops trust in Hari Singh, but Hari Singh has been waiting for the right moment to make a killing by doing what he is best at, that is, stealing. After stealing the money which Anil had earned by selling a book to publisher, Hari Singh tries to run away forever, but some inner voice stops him from doing so. He returns to Anil because he realizes that he wants to live a life of respect. To live a life of respect. Anil does not show that he knows about the theft and accept Hari was strayed from the correct path. Footprints with feet. Two boys on a London street were surprised to see fresh muddy footprints of bare feet without finding who was making them. These footprints have been made by Griffin, an eccentric scientist who had discovered how to make his body transparent. To get away after he had burnt his landlord's house down, he had to remove his clothes so that he became invisible. Griffin entered unseen into a big store to get warm. When the store closed at night, he put on a new cloth, consumed meat and coffee from the restaurant, and went to sleep on a pile of quilts. He overslept and was seen by the shop assistant in the morning. She again took off his clothes to escape them. Then he entered a theatrical company and wore the bandages on his face, dark glasses, a false nose, and bushy side whiskers. He robbed the shopkeepers of his money and escaped to Ibling village by train to avoid being caught. He rented two rooms at an inn in the village. He explained to Mrs. Hall, its owner, that he had an accident and did not want to be disturbed. Soon his money finished, and so he robbed a clergyman's house by using his invisibility. At the same time, when Mrs. Hall entered his room, She and her husband were attacked by the furniture. This made Mrs. Hall think that it was haunted by spirits. When the clergyman reported the burglary to the police, Griffin was suspected of having a hand in it. So the village constable Jeffers came to arrest him on suspicion. 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 Meanwhile, Mrs. Hall asked the Griffin to explain all the unusual happenings. Griffin lost his temper and took off all his clothes, thus becoming invisible, knocked Jeffers unconscious and ran away. Thank you. All the very best for your exam. Thank you, students.